Hey, everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Fantasy Football Expo podcast series. And we keep rolling along. I don't know how many we're up to now, but we have had a lot of interviews since February. And we got another one tonight. And guess what? We got another rookie. This is what excites me so much about the Expo this year is like, it just seems like there's so many new people. And so, because it's great because now they've heard about it or somehow, got connected. And so, we have another new friend here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Branden Henning from Trophy Tours. Branden, thank you for being a part of this tonight. Thank you for being an exhibitor at this year's Expo. Introduce yourself and just, tell everybody where you're coming from, where you're hanging out at, and then we'll kind of take the questions from there.
Sounds great. Yeah, thanks for having me on, Bob. I appreciate it as a newbie, as you say. I'm glad that we can all help you grow the Fantasy Football Expo and really get this thing off the ground. So yeah, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised Browns fan. So always been big in the Cleveland sports. And yeah, I
got your Nick Chubb jersey on. I see. Very nice.
Absolutely. Got to represent.
Yep.
He comes back in full force this year.
We all hope so for all, not just fantasy purposes, just for Cleveland Brown purposes. We need him to, hopefully he'll be nice and healthy for the second half in the playoffs. And maybe, who knows, maybe we can get to the Super Bowl. We'll see. Yeah, if Deshaun Watson can do something, we'll leave it at that. But we'll see. Right.
Yeah.
So we also will drop this little secret for those of you out there. And I know everybody knows who my daughter Mariah and her now fiance, Matt, from the Expos past, who does all of the videos and pictures and, is always there in your face, taking stuff. Branden is very good friends with Brian and Matt. So talk about that. Did you guys meet at college, right?
Yeah. So Matt and I met at college at Ohio University. So we've been friends ever since, and more so even after college. We're both big into sports and games and have a lot of the same hobbies, activities, and interests. So
nice. Yeah.
And then my wife and Jillian, her name's Jillian, and Mariah, they get along really well. So
I hear about Jillian all the time. So
it's great. Great group we have us for. So
yeah, that's for sure. So Branden is already in the family per se already. So excited about him being a part of this year as well. So Branden, let's take a step back before we start talking about your product, your Trophy Tiers. Talk about your beginnings in the fantasy football world. When did you get started playing? Who kind of pulled you into it? Were you drug in? Were you happily coming in? How did you get involved? When did it start for you for fantasy football?
I love numbers and stats, and I'm surprised I didn't get into it earlier. My first year in fantasy football was, I think, in like 2018.
Okay.
For a work league. One of my coworkers came around and had a clipboard and asked people for signups. And, I've heard of it, but I didn't really know what all went into it. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. Why not? And I got hooked ever since. So really enjoyed that first year. And then with years after that, I've, done multiple leagues, and I want to eventually get into dynasty leagues, but the first go around was through work.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. And of course, Branden's in the league with Matt and Mariah. Mariah took last place because she doesn't listen to her father and she doesn't care. We've got to get her focused. We'll work on her this off season. But anyway, so Branden, what's that?
Oh, I was going to say it's such a sad thing that her name is Bob Lung's apprentice in our league.
Yeah, her name is Bob Lung's apprentice. I told Branden before we came on, I said, I'm going to take Mariah's name away. She's not going to be allowed to use that if she doesn't uphold the high standards that we set here in the Lung family for fantasy football expertise. So, but anyway, what can you do? Anyway, so we'll work on Mariah this off season here and get her up to snuff so she doesn't end up last and have to drink, what was it, like 12 Smirnoff Ice or something?
Yeah, one Smirnoff Ice for every person that beat her. So 11.
Yeah, which was 12?
11.
11, okay. Yeah, she had to drink a lot of Smirnoff Ice, which if you're all kind of going, oh, yeah, we feel it.
She did it, though. She's a champ.
She is a champ. Luckily, she has her father's drinking ability. I'll give her that much.
Love it.
Not that I drink a lot of Smirnoff Ice. Not that there's anything wrong with it. But anyway, so Branden, let's talk about this really awesome thing that you have called trophy tiers. Now, for everybody who's watching and you're going, wait a minute, there's trophies behind them and they're tiered. Yes, that's it. So Branden, talk about this concept. Love it. I think these are super cool. Pull some of those examples down, maybe bring a little closer to the camera. Talk about how you came up with this idea and show some samples here and with your trophies.
Sure. So yeah, my business is called Trophy Tiers, and it speaks pretty literally because every year you add a tier onto the trophy. So for example, this trophy has the past 4 years with on each side is first place, the winners, second place, and third place. So this is a great way to extend your legacy to new heights every year, and get your name on the trophy is the big thing that everyone wants in their league.
Sure,
so
right.
I wanted to create one that was bold and in your face and playful, colorful. So that's why the names are so big. The trophy's shiny and it's pretty
that's the one
crude in a way. It's meant to be like, this is my victory, giant piece of hardware here. So yeah, no, it's super fun, and everyone that I've showed loves it. And I originally designed it for our personal fantasy football league just because, hey, why not? I had a mechanical engineering machine design experience background, so
right.
I was able to design a fun trophy, and this kind of popped into my head with a little inspiration from the Stanley Cup at the NHL, because every, I think, 7 or 11 years, they remove one of the tiers and add in the new tier with all the etched names on it. But I figured, why take them off? Let's just keep adding on. And, the more, the taller it gets. Sorry, my camera's mirrored. I keep turning the face over here. Over the years, it's just going to keep growing and growing. And it's going to be that even more that, impactful to show it off to your friends and all the people in the league. And we have our league members take the trophy home, keep it for the year for whoever wins. So it's kind of a fun little thing to pass around year after year.
So in my league, my first league I was ever in, this will be year 40. So we could have a really hellish tall trophy if we got all that information and made you make a tier. We literally would have to get a semi truck to back it in.
I love that.
Wonder how tall would that be? Do you know the inch by inch, every, so what would 40 years represent in one of those towers? About 4 feet tall, 5 feet tall, maybe taller.
Yeah, each tier is an inch, so that'd be 40 inches plus another 10.
Right. So yeah, you're looking at 4 feet tall leaves, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we might have to do that. That may be fun. I have to see if I can find all of the past winners. I don't know if I know third places, but I definitely probably have first and runner up, but we'll see. Yeah. Love the concept. And that's what's fun is you can literally build one super tall, because it never ends. Like you said, it's not like a typical trophy that even if they have, let's say 8 spots, which is a lot of spots and a lot of little plaques, you're going to run out in 8 years. This is never ending, which is, I think, this so awesome. So just ballpark, give us a little bit about idea on pricing, what's the first year? I assume the first year you're getting your base, your first year tier, and then that football at the top. What's that first year going to start? And then what is a new bracket each year or new tier?
So, so currently it's priced at $100 for the base set, which is the base, and then the top platform, the nameplates, the mask, the football, and then every tier that you add onto it. If you buy the tiers with the base set, they're half off. So they're going to be $20 at half off. And every year after that, you would come back to the website and each tier then would be $40. So, get the group to chip in and, in a 10-person league, $10 each for the base set and another, $4 for
it's
tier. So
very inexpensive, very good value. The stuff looks like it's very high quality. Again, doesn't look cheap. Looks like it's well designed and well made. So yeah, I think I can see a lot of people being excited about that concept as well. And yeah, I think it's just really a cool idea. So again, congratulations, well done. You know, this is what excites me about a lot of the new folks that are coming this year is just new ideas, whether it's a game, whether it's a product like you know, or an app, you know, whether it's sports betting or fan or whatever. It's just so cool that there's just every year you think, wow, somebody can't think of anything different anymore. There's no way. We've thought of everything. Boom. We got tiered trophies. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So this, you know, so that's what excites me is about this is, you know, you guys coming and showing off this product. I really believe it'll be a big hit and a lot of people will be very excited about it. So yeah, so everybody, when you come to the expo, check out Branden's booth and you know, stop by and see those tiered ones and get your order in for your first one for the 2024 season. Or what's, like you said, super cool is you can literally build, if you've been in a league for, let's say, for 5 or 10 years, you could have it built, pre-built, and then, you know, 2024, you add that last tier and boom, now you've got to start and you've got everybody from the past. And I just, yeah, it's just so cool because you can kind of go back and create the past as well as, you know, you don't have to start with 2024. You can go, hey, here's 5 years prior to this. So great stuff.
Absolutely.
Love this. Love this. So Branden, talk about you coming to the Fantasy Football Expo. You've lived in Cleveland. You've known my daughter, and somehow you didn't come to this in the past. But we'll leave that go for now. Talk about how you did find out about it. Was it Mariah? Was it Matt? Did you find me on Twitter? How did you find out about this? And you know, and now excited about coming down.
Oh yeah, it was Matt Mariah who I heard about it from, but
yeah.
The past couple of years I've been out of town on vacation and just
okay. So you knew what was going on.
I knew it was going on. I just wasn't
okay. All right, I'll give you a pass on that one then.
So yeah, I'm glad I was able to do this year. Although, of course, we have a wedding on, you know, Fantasy Football Expo weekend. Are you kidding me?
What?
So yeah, it's an evening one, so I'll be there, you know, on Saturday morning and Sunday, but Saturday night and Friday night.
The nice thing is you can drive to Cleveland, go to the wedding, and come back.
Exactly. So could be worse, but
yeah, it could be worse. But
also my birthday weekend too, so it'll be a fun little.
Well, yeah. So we might be doing it on your birthday for a long time because it's probably never going to change much on dates.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is the week after Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is a great present.
Yes. Exactly. Perfect. Love it. So talk about your booth. Talk about what you're going to be bringing. Will there be any show specials? I mean, you get to put in a coupon code or a coupon or whatever you want to put into the swag bags for folks to, you know, place their order, maybe get a discount on a future stuff. Do you have any plans for that? Any ideas of, you know, maybe an expo special if somebody wants to place an order or use a code maybe when they want to order at the end of the season? Yes,
that's exactly what I have. So yeah, in your swag bag, your guys are going to get a Trophy Tiers, a little flyer here. And if you use code Fantasy Football Expo 24, you'll get 10% off your order. And that's through January. So once the season's over, you'll have a chance to go order one. I got the QR code on there that sends you to our website, which is trophytiers.com. I have my Instagram, or Trophy Tiers Instagram is at Trophy Tiers. So pretty simple. And then, yeah.
You have Twitter too, right?
Not yet. I mean, I have a personal Twitter, but Trophy Tiers itself doesn't have a Twitter, which, yeah, with being a newbie, you know, there's almost too much to do. And that's one of the lower priority items, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's where a lot of the fantasy crowd is. So I will tell you that's a good spot to definitely try to get on Twitter, at least before the expo, so that everybody can follow you there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Because fantasy football pretty much lives on Twitter, just because there's just a lot of, you know, sharing of knowledge, sharing of pictures, you know, of charts, but also sharing of links and stuff. So that's what makes Twitter a little bit easier for the fantasy world versus like a Instagram and
sure. Oh, that's great. Great to know. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'm on Twitter all the time on my personal account, following. Yeah, basically.
There you go. Right.
I'm already. Yeah, I'm in the world, just not branded as trophy tiers yet. So
yeah. Well, and the nice thing is you can just put that right within your personal one and then start sharing and, let everybody know. Like you said, you'll get a lot of followers from the, when they come to your booth. So, maybe you even have a QR code to click for Twitter and get them to follow that there as well. So, Branden, we're excited for you to come. Thank you again for coming on the show. Anything else you want to talk about? Questions you have? Anything regarding this your first expo? Other than how many pictures Matt and Mariah will be taking of you?
Yeah, just wanted to go over a few other things just with the trophy design.
Oh, you've got other things. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm coming up with a circular model or circular edition. This one's not done yet, so you can kind of see the inside here is a little it's hollow, and the tiers will stack on top of each other. For the square model, this is an example of what one of the tiers looks like. It has 4 embedded bolts in it, and then I'll print these throughout the year. And then once you send me online what your 4 or your 3 winners are in the year, I'll be able to print these nameplates here separately, and then I adhere them onto the sides, and then you're able to take.
So if I looked at that right, those letters or numbers are actually sticking out, right?
Yes, that's something I wanted to mention. That all the
that's
letters
super cool. Yeah, that makes it even
extruded. So it's a 3-dimensional trophy in that sense.
That's super cool. Yeah, that's very awesome.
Currently have a Allen wrench where you will stick it through the heat set insert that the tier on top of it goes into, and then basically screw in the screw to the next tier down, and then screw the top platform into this one. So it just keeps stacking up.
Couldn't be much easier than that. I mean, it's about as yeah.
It's a little hard to do with one hand here, but the nameplates come off with custom nameplates. So you tell me what your league name is, and I'll print whatever. So this is an example with blood, sweat, and tears, and blood, sweat, and beers, I should say. And then each one has an Allen wrench in here. So you take the Allen wrench out and then unscrew the screws, and super easy.
You engineers think of everything.
Yeah, right. And then this goes back in and pops into place. Like I said, kind of hard to do with one hand.
And perfect.
Good to go.
Nice. Love it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm getting into some custom design as well for, if anyone has any specific toppers you want on there, you can let me know. And, I've 3D printed.
There you go.
Beer pong or beer die cup, and, like whatever you need, I can look at.
I love it. Yeah.
Custom designing too. So,
maybe we can do a cornhole or a flag football one, since we do have those competitions, and do something fun like that some year. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's fun having a design background where I have the ability to, create whatever I envision in my head, and I have a nice 3D printer, so I make it happen. But nice. Kind of going on the comment from earlier, the names, you can see that they're extruded a little bit.
Yeah, that's really cool. That is so neat.
Yeah, thanks. So that's trophy tiers in a nutshell, and I'm super excited to get this business off the ground and running, and I'm looking forward to meeting everyone at the expo.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people will be excited to see you, and hopefully they'll all watch this video before they get there. And heck, maybe somebody will be placing some orders before that to get caught up to date, and then they'll buy the 2024 at the end of the year. So definitely have to tell everybody about you, and hope they'll all be. I think everybody's going to be excited to see that. I mean, except Trophy Smack, which I love Matt Walsh and my boy, my friends at Trophy Smack, but they might also be trying to bring you on as a new product, maybe into their fold, because I don't think they have one like this. But it's a cool idea. So,
no, it's there's going to be a competition out there. I get that, but
but you've got a unique thing.
Hopefully offering something unique and a little more fun and bold and colorful, playful. It's the names are big, and it's
well. And I think the fun part is the top. If you can make custom, let's say it's a Philadelphia Eagles, people are all Eagles fans and they want an eagle at the top instead of a football, or or
that's
or the elf or whatever. The Browns fans.
exactly. Yeah, no, the plan is.
But yeah, I think I think the different tops are cool, and you can do it for anything. I mean, heck, you could make them for whatever sport, whatever function, whatever thing. So I love it. I think it's great. And
thanks. I've even made some design custom trophies for bachelor parties. So my buddy Ben, his bachelor party had 4 different activities, which was like pickleball. I think it was golf, board game, and then Super Smash Brothers. And he did want me to make him a custom trophy, so I don't have it here. I gave it to him, but
yeah, right.
I was able to design a large one and printed it custom to have all those things on it. So
that's awesome.
I really enjoy the customality of it all.
Well, sweet. Well, once again, Branden, thanks you for being a part of this. Thank you for being an exhibitor. We look forward to seeing you in August. Before we go, I take us out here. Tell everybody once again, website, all the social media stuff to follow you on, and then we'll take her from there.
Yeah. So my business is Trophy Tiers, trophytiers.com. Instagram is @trophytiers. And then once I make the Twitter, it'll probably be @trophytiers.
Trophy Tiers, yes.
Yeah, I'll have the QR codes at the booth. I'll have some trophies for display so you guys can see in person what they look like, the quality, and kind of get to see everything there.
Love it. Well, once again, I'm Bob Long with the Fantasy Football Expo. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, make sure you get them. Tell all your friends, bring all your friends. Just make a big weekend out of it. Come and check us out, Canton, Ohio, August 9th through the 11th. And you can get tickets once again on the fantasyfootballexpo.com. I'm not going to go into all the social medias. Why? Because Mariah made me an outro that shows it all for you. So everybody take care. God bless. We'll talk to you soon.